Of course you are, because you're a diehard basketball fan that'll watch every stinking game that comes on TV, no matter who's playing.
Well, it's just not that, too. It just be different seeing, like, that short of a game. And then just for the fact that, okay, we want to hit the big ratings. And then the TV deal, too, that just...
Hold on. I remember how excited you were when they came back on Christmas Day after the lockout season, because you were excited basketball was. Guess what? But guess what? You wasn't the only one. Casual fans were excited because basketball is back. This isn't about diehard fans. This is about the casual fan. And this is more... Casual fans get burned out if they have to sit there and watch 82 basketball games. That's why they don't watch 82 basketball games. That's why they don't want to sit through an 82-game basketball season. They would sit through a 60-game season. They would sit through a 50-something game season.
The NBA definitely has increased over the years. That's why this TV...
No, it hasn't. Their popularity has went down. NBA's popularity has went down ever since the stupid stuff happened.
Maybe the lockout, but I know after that...
Casual fans went away.
Interest because of that.
But diehard fans stuck with the game no matter what.
That 03 draft class, after it kind of got its peak in 06 and 07, the NBA was nearly back to...
But then they went on that, and then they had the stupid fallout. The casual fan will fall off no matter what. The NBA needs to worry about bringing a casual fan with a short attention span. Exactly. Thank you. Let me get over my extension span. But they have a very short shelf life. Just why do you not watch baseball? Because it's too long. Because the games are boring. Because their season lasts a long time. When do you get interested in postseason? It's the only time. That's when a casual baseball fan will start watching. Same thing goes for basketball.
There's just so much stoppage in baseball. That's the main reason I don't watch baseball, because there's so much stoppage.
There's no stoppage. There's just as much stoppage in baseball as there is when they're shooting free throw in basketball.
There's constant movement in basketball.
Not during timeouts, there's not.
But not during timeouts.
Not during halftime, there's not.
There's always activity. You got to wait someone get back.
Oh, my bad. Guys jumping off a trampoline during halftime.
There's 10 pitches that you have to wait until someone actually hit the ball. Then you have a 25 or 28% hitting rate to hit the ball. It's just sit there to watch a baseball game.
Now I'm going to sit here and tell you, I'm getting tired of watching guys just dribble down the court and just shoot a basketball into a little hole. I don't have that attention to watch it for 82 games. There's your point. You're a casual baseball. You're not even a casual baseball fan.
I'm not a baseball fan.
You're just not a baseball fan.
I'm not a baseball fan.
People that are casual baseball fans will only watch it certain times. Casual basketball fans will only watch it certain times when it's entertaining for them. They're not going to sit there and they're not going to watch a gajillion and a half basketball game just because they got a new TV deal. The only time that new TV deal kicks into effect is when the playoffs start and Christmas Day.
But you know that's going to cause a lot of backlash.
And when it gets irritating,
that's when the players going to want the same amount of money for the shortened games that they want.
They're going to bring in the same amount of money, and they're actually going to bring in more because people instead of spending God knows how money on season tickets.
I disagree.
It's because you're looking at it at a diehard fan's perspective. You're not looking at it as a person who only wants to go to a certain amount of games and who don't care about the big gigantic price and who don't care about 82 games being played and don't care about watching it on TV all the time. You're talking about other people that they need to bring in that they lost. Just like hockey fans. They lost a lot of casual hockey fans because they keep getting locked out. Once that lockout came, there was a lot of people that don't care. I'll give you the perfect example. The Atlanta Hawks owner. The Atlanta Hawks owner saying he wants to bring in those people. You know why some of those people don't go to Atlanta Hawks games? Because they're casual fans. When the playoffs came around, was the Atlanta Hawks stadium not filled?
It's a shame.
There you go. My point. Casual basketball fans will go when it gets exciting and when it's at the most peak is when they will go. What's the most peak time? Soon as they play on Christmas. Everyone knows who the Christmas Day games is. They're the only thing on TV. That's when people want to go to the game.
Well, all this talk with the new TV deal, they're always... Okay, listen. There's
the TV people.
Hold on. Let me speak before you end it, because I want to get your input on this. They shortened this season here, and as far as the TV deal, you don't think that they're already a talk of a lockout looming, but this shortened the game, and they already complain about the TV. You don't think that'll cause a bigger issue?
They're not complaining, but the money. They're not complaining about the TV deal.
I know
no one's complaining about the TV deal.
They are complaining about the TV deal.
Who, the players?
Yes, the players are complaining about the TV deal.
Whoop-de-doo.
You know they said we want more of a cut. That's been a gripe about
Who's playing the games?
That's been a gripe about that.
Who plays? Do the owners play or do the players play?
Well, the owners also own the building. They pay the building. They pay everybody.
Not every one of them own the building, bro. Not every one of them own no building.
Own the building, but they pay
the city of Charlotte. The city of Charlotte.
Most of the
no, that's not true.
They pay most of the bills.
No.
What are you talking about? The owners run the show.
They don't run the building. The buildings is owned by cities.
I know they owned by cities, but they put most of their money into the
Staples Center is not owned by
they put
the
most
buses,
of their money into it.
The buses and the other people from the Clippers. They're not owned by that. That's owned by the city of Los Angeles. Charlotte Coliseum is not owned by Michael Jordan.
So you selling
it's
these
owned by Charlotte
businessmen to sit here and that's
now we're gonna look at
fair deal.
Now I'm gonna look that stadium right down the road.
Uh-huh.
You know how much Shad Khan put into it?
How much?
$20 million. You know how much the city of Jacksonville put into it? $400 and something million. The stadium's owned by
It's owned by
the Jacksonville. You know who pays the bills? Jacksonville pays the bills. You know how they pay the bills? Because they get a small cut from the owner of the Jaguars to be able to have it there. That's how they pay the bills.
Oh no, these owners been successful business.
There's a reason why the people that do the concessions and everything go to the city to bust out a deal. It's because the cities own the stadium, not because the owner. If the owners own the stadium, they go up to the owner and be like, "Hey, can we sell food in your stadium?" That's not the way it goes. They had to go to the city and be like, they had to work out a new deal to where they would be able to sell their stuff. That way they'd be able to do security at the games. That way they'd be able to do this. These cities put a lot more into the stadium than any owner does.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, but I'm saying the owners basically have to make decisions about power and what to do with build. This is a lot of work for them to do too, and how to bring fans. They have to
convince
and bring fans.
Exactly. You have to worry about bringing the casual fan. Your diehard fan's going to come no matter what. You'll go and watch the Orlando Magic suck, just like I'll go watch the Jacksonville Jaguars suck. You'll pay to go. I'll pay to go, because we're diehard fans. A casual fan not going to want to go to that game. When are they going to want to go to that game? When either an entertaining person comes to town or when they get good and when they get to where they want to watch them.
So they'll go to the games and ticket increase by 20%. I'm just giving you a number.
If it's a winning product, yes, a casual fan will go. A casual fan will go if the product is better. Look at the casual fans in Jacksonville. Casual fans don't go to the games anymore. Why? The product stinks. If they did good all of a sudden, would the casual fans start going to the game again?
Everybody loves a winner.
Bingo.
You know what? Let's save the discussion because I want to get a whole panel.
Even when Dwight Howard was there, no, because everybody will disagree because y'all all diehard basketball fans.
No, because I want to get like John, who don't watch basketball. Like he's a cat. He talk about the Knicks, and then Cam will come in too. But Cam, he supports the players versus the owners, so that's where this is get really interesting.
Yeah, a shortened season is better for the players, and better for the owners. And better for the owners because you got to think, 82 game thing. You've got so many games that all these people are going to want it, that they're paying for all of these games. You shorten it up. It's still going to make it a little cheaper. You can still sell the tickets for the same way, but you're going to draw in a different fan.
They go up, man.
They wouldn't go up because they would still be making the same amount of money.
I don't think they would decrease. But we'll save it because it's a good discussion.
If you draw in more casual fans, say the Milwaukee Bucks are playing the Orlando Magic in Orlando, doesn't draw a lot of fans. Doesn't draw a lot of fans. Say if it was a shortened up season, and the people only got to see a certain amount of games, and the product was good, would it draw people to the games? Let's say the product was better because your people are getting less hurt now because the season's shorter, so you're actually getting it better. There's no more of these back-to-back games. There's no more of these triple nights. You're asking a fan, dude, you're asking a fan a lot to go and pay $15 to park every game, to go to back-to-back-to-back home games. You're asking people a lot of money to go and pay these $15 for parking, for concessions, for all this other stuff. You're asking that a lot of a fan. A casual fan will go if there's a shortened season. They'll go to a lot more games if there's a shortened season. They'll go and spend money at these games because it's a shortened season. Why? Because you have less of a product for them to be able to go to. But they get to go and enjoy it more because there's less. See what I'm saying? That's why NFL's got it good. They lessen the amount of games. They don't have that many games. So the demand is higher. Demand's higher when you have less games at home. The demand is always higher. People will want to spend money a few times than trying to do it back to 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 back games. The back to back games are for the diehard fan. A casual fan is what they need to look to bring back into the game. Diehard fans are going to love the game no matter what. They're going to like it no matter what they do. A casual fan, that attention span is very short, is shorter than the normal fans. They're going to enjoy it more. They're going to enjoy going to games more, and they'll spend. They'll take their families. They'll go to games because they'll be able to afford it then because there's not so many of them that they got to try to space out and do.
Yeah. We'll say this discussion. This is a good banter. We went on for that for 30 minutes.
I know.
Nah, I guess what you get when you... it's interesting. I am a hardcore fan, so I can see what Kevin is throwing that at me as well.
No, don't get me wrong. I like basketball. Mm-hmm. I just don't like it over at 82 games. Sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes you don't want to see fucking...
Have you felt like this for a while, honestly?
Yeah, I always feel like this. You think I freaking was kidding when we were talking about my favorite time to watch basketball and when I really get into it? It's Christmas. That's when I get into it.
I remember you talking about
That's when I get into it. Okay. Because open the night's cool. Yay. Woohoo. If open the night was Christmas, it'd be even cooler. If open the night was Christmas time, it'd be even cooler. Even if they want to shorten the games but keep the season as long as it is, that's good on the players. Because it spreads out. You don't have those back-to-back games. You don't have the back-to-back-to-back nights. You don't have all that traveling to do it, and it preserves your product. Your prayers are your product. It preserves it. It will preserve their health and their well-being. Mike, I love you. Of course they don't get fucking concussions, but everybody's knees are going out. You got to roll with the punches, dude, and you got to know supply and demand, right? Supply and demand. If you supply less, the demand will be more to a casual fan, and they will go and they'll spend money. I'll buy shirts and shit at the game.
All right, that's the interesting debate. Join on that, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin is signed with LeBron James and Dirk Nowitzki on this, and I'm signed with Jordan. And I'm sure we'll bring this up here because we got different types of panel that discuss this. CL's a hardcore basketball fan. John's a little bit more, he watched basketball, more relaxed. So I want to get a little bit more opinion on this as well, too. So we'll have it come up. Me and Kevin, I didn't think we can go on 30 minutes about this, but we did. But we got football to watch. I didn't think it was going to take this long. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm getting out of here.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do follow the podcast on Twitter. You go to @BostonOnCourt. You can follow me at @.
We're not watching the football game, dude. They're watching SpongeBob or something.
We'll figure something out. Give me your Twitter name, buddy.
Kevin C2415. New England has already scored.
Of course they did.
How'd they score?
All right, you can visit us. You can also make sure you visit the Hardwood Nation. Go to www.thehardwoodnation.com.
Tom Brady to Shane Green.
It is the fastest NBA news source made by fans for fans.
You're not a blog contributor, so just let it go.
I'm going to give him a piece. I'm going to give him a work.
Just let it go.
It's going to surprise when I actually do a piece. So.
Yeah, it is. People are going to be like, what? Your words are going to be all... Just don't do it drunk, because then your words will be all slandered like they were at the football game. It's terrible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you download the podcast at iTunes.
Kentucky's number one.
Podomatic.
Get that shit out of here.
Make sure you go to Windows Zoom. You got